All right, cool. So are you guys ready for the road map to 1,000 agents? That's the intention. I was talking to Brent, last week, and I was like, you know what? How are we going to get everybody rallied up? How are we going to get everybody excited? What kind of conversation do we need to have to get someone to go to alpha in 12 months? That's the conversation we're having today. How can we go to 1,000 agents in 12 months? I want all of us to beat Brent's record, right? Because Brent, I think I hit almost 1,000, right? But I know that Brent needs little to no introduction. You guys know who this man is. I mean, he's one of the greatest leaders at EXP. So I'm just super honored, humbled, and grateful for you, Brent, to be here with us all today. And also special thanks to every single one of you that is here tuning in, listening in. You guys are in for a treat. Take a lot of notes, bring your full attention to this conversation, because this conversation is specifically for you, for your family, for your dreams. And if you guys implement everything that Brent is going to be talking about today, you guys are going to have a roadmap for success. So without further ado, Mr. Brent Gove, let's go.
All right. Thank you, Leo.
Mr. Brent, you're kind of cutting off a little bit.
Okay, let me
there
see
you go.
Let me see which
there you are.
I'm attached to. Okay, I should be okay. All right. Well, wave at me if I go dead again, but hopefully I'm good. We good? All right. So I was saying it's not fair to be as good looking as Leo. He looks like a doggone movie star. So the rest of us, we had to scrap and fight, scratch and claw. So man, good to see you guys. Love you all. I'm out here in Puerto Rico today. It's a beautiful day. And so a couple things. Everybody wants external success. They want the home, they want the travel, they want all that, but it all begins with the internal kind of how many of you agree with that? Man, nobody just has a lot of success in life and just walking around and here I am super successful. I own these 200 condominiums overlooking the ocean. I have a home in Malibu. That's not the case. So really always commit to working on you. So a couple things. Today, my topic is Road to 1,000. And basically 1,000 agents and brokers at EXP is pretty much setting yourself up to make $1 million a year passive income. Now it's 51 when I saw EXP. I'm 56 now. And I didn't have 100,000 a year passive income, but I owned real estate. I owned stock. I had investments, and yet cash flow of 100,000 a year, I didn't even have that after 31 years. I got in real estate when I was 30, I guess that'd be 21 years of just grinding. So it's pretty incredible. You think, well, I make $1 million a year doing commercial. No, I mean, passive. You don't have to do anything in the next 30, 60, 90 days and you're going to earn it. So it's really good. I write this down if you're taking notes. Stop selling things and build something. That's the first thing I want you to write down. You can sell something or you can build something. You've been selling your whole life. If you got married, trust me, I sold Kathy on why she should marry me, right? Some of you ladies, you sold your husband why you just be the most awesome wife and mom. And I'll give you these beautiful babies. We'll make this loving family. It's going to be awesome. We're all selling. I'm not a salesman. Trust me, everybody's a salesperson. And be proud of that. It's the highest paid profession in the world. The people who make the most money it's sales. It's not. I mean, if I became a cardiac, doctor, it would be a massive pay cut. Like it's crazy. So sales is a good thing. So be excited about that. So I want to talk to you about making $1 million a year. And one of the key things I want to do to prepare your mind is it's about focus. Everybody write that down. Focus. You got to focus. You got to get extreme. You need to be radical. I'm going to use some words maybe you're not used to hearing. This morning, I heard Kobe Bryant. He talked about a lot of NBA players will go, they get going by noon to about 2. They go home, rest for a few hours, come back and go like 5 to 7. Then they go home and rest and go to bed. He goes, I get up at 3 a.m. I practice 4 to 6, go home for a few hours, get back, go 8 to 10, go home for years, go back 10 to 2, go home for hours and go back and go 4 to 6. I'm out practicing them. They're twice a day. I'm 4 times a day. He was within 5 years. It doesn't matter how much raw natural talent they have. I'm just killing them. Michael Phelps. I heard Michael Phelps after that. He said, Michael Phelps boiled it down to this. He said, you know what? Most really, really successful people are just simply masters at getting themselves to do what they don't want to do. He said, that's the defining difference. He goes, most people that are truly great at what they do were able to make themselves do what they did not want to do. That's all Michael Phelps said. And then there's this guy, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. And he said, he talked about all the times, 28 times he was given the ball to take the game-winning shot and he missed and they lost the game. He talked about all the times they lost this and all the times they lost this. He says, my whole life was built on my failures. He says, and most people they just don't swing the bat enough. They don't fail enough. Like some of you out there, I'm failing right now. Good. I'm glad you're failing. Struggle, man. Nothing great comes without struggle. You think Venus Williams didn't struggle on the tennis court? You think Tiger Woods hasn't had his struggles? You think Michael Phelps he's struggled with drugs and stuff? Listen to me. We all struggle. If you're not struggling, you're not doing a doggone thing. You should be struggling in your marriage because you're fighting for a better marriage. Well, my wife, once you rock her world, and then she might start rocking your world. No. She needs to rock my world first. No. You need to rock. Well, she doesn't deserve it. You sound like a child. Stop. Go home tonight and rock your wife's world. Just go focus on her. Listen. If she's into gifts, bring her some flowers, do the dishes. Go home and be a wild man. Well, I'm tired. I don't want to hear it. The reason your marriage sucks is because you have no energy. You put all this energy in your business, you go home and crap on your family. It's called seagull management. Seagulls fly around and crap on people. Stop crapping on your family. You're all into business. I'm doing 10 million a year in business. Succeed in every area of your life. Don't be a cyclops. Okay, so I want to talk to you about focus, which is something that I think is powerful. The power of focus. Write this down. Just say no. One year, they're like, pick your favorite word for the year. Is it exhilarating or opportunity or, discipline? I chose a word a few years, and the word was no. That's the word I chose for the year. I said no to property management. I said no to mortgage. I said no to developing property. I said no to a lot of stuff. And I said yes to one thing. Yes to compounding. See, a lot of you are working on that development project and you're going to make $1 million. You know what? It's finite. It's change. It's if you take a penny and you 10 cents and we played for 10 cents a hole golfing, there's 18 holes. How many of you play need 10 cents a hole for 18 holes? If I beat you 18 holes, what would you lose, Will Higgins? You'd lose $1.80 to B Gove. You'd lose $1.80 to me. Now we get out there, Chris Brown, Angel, we get out there and we play for 10 cents a hole, but we double it every hole. I do like 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, I got this. By the way, by the 15th hole, it's $3,200 a hole. By the 16th hole, it's $6,400. By the 17th hole, it's like $12,800. It's like you're paying that's like, I think 18 was like $26,000 for the hole. And so it's the eighth wonder of the world. Everyone write it down, compounding. Selling stuff is finite. Building something is infinite. I need you to stop. Like Pat Hayes, he's got 5,000 people in his group. And when he was coming up and he'd have 2, 3, 4, 500, kind of like a future, Will Higgins, a future Stephanie Horta, a future Felix Hung. I see you guys. I'm watching you guys. Hey, Crystal Williams, what's up? And Gabe Mendez is on here. But listen to me. I'd see Pat would be out showing property. I'm like, Pat, what are you doing? Yes, I love it. They're my friends. I'm showing property. I go, Pat, you could be helping agents. A lot of you know this guy named Rick Jiha. He did 60 listings one year, about 4 years ago. And he goes, I'm doing 100 next year. I'm going to be an example for my group. I'm going to show them you could do anything if you set your mind to them. I don't think I've ever been so pissed at anyone in my life. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Don't you, I want you to actually do less. Because a real champion will say no to dumb goals. Selling 100 listings sounds great. Mike Ferry would love for you to do it. Tom Ferry would love, Gary Keller, Kobe. Sit there in your stall and produce. Be in production. And I want you to be free range, baby. You're a free range chicken. You're a free range bull. You're an animal. You were not meant to be in a cage and sit there and produce. I go, Rick, I want you to do 10 less than you did last year. I want you to do 50, take the low hanging fruit. I want you to go sponsor 20 new agents. Selling 100 listings will bless your family. Helping 20 more agents get into EXP will bless their families. And then guess what? Because you sponsored them, you got to help them. You got to take your eyes off yourself and help somebody else. So the ones like, well, I'm not a recruiter. I'm not this. I just do my production. Oh, you're selfish. You just care about me and my own. You don't want to help anybody else. Because if you're a recruiter, you got to be kind. You got to be nice. You got to be loving. You got to put energy. You got to help them. Maybe you don't know Instagram, but introduce them to somebody who does. You don't know YouTube. I know Levi Lasek, and he can teach them how to do YouTube. There's a lot of things I don't know, but I introduce them to who can help them. I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to give each one of you a secret that if you listen to me and you're doing between 5 to 10 million a year in sales, will change your life. I'm sitting here with a friend of mine I've known for 20 years. He was a pillar in the real estate community in Sacramento. He built Fusion Real Estate. And then he went on to do Fusion Growth Partners, and he partners with Asians nationwide. He does all their marketing. He handles everything for their business, A to Z, and he partners with them in a really unique way. And you think, well, how many people does he help? 20, 30, 50? Try 900. He has partnered with 900 agents and brokers nationwide. It's called Fusion Growth Partners. I gave you a little sneak. He's going to wave at you. He didn't know I was going to do this, but this is my friend James Becker right there. There's James Becker. See, when you have 900 people that you partnered with, go try to do that. I don't know of anybody that's doing that. Now, Ben Kenny will do that with you place, but he'll take 50% of the profit for like ever. And you're basically signing a franchise. And so I'm not down on Ben Kenny, but I'll just say this, check out Fusion Growth Partners. They're amazing. Okay, so back to this road to 100. It's about focus. And I'll say this, when you're a kid, when you're a child, and it's time to be a man, it's time to be a woman. But remember the 8th grade, 6th grade, you have your buddies over in the backyard, you get the tent up. If you're like me and you grew up in Chula Vista, we put the sheet up and a piece of rope between the almond tree and the peach tree. And then we staked the sheet out. We made our own little tent out of a sheet. And then we put sleeping bags and pillows down. We slept in the backyard in Chula Vista. But we had flashlights. And oh, what's that? You hear a noise like crackling, a twig snap, and you shine the light over there, and you're laughing your heads off, and you're having the time of your life. That's a flashlight. And that's what creates that is you focus in that flashlight. Some of those mag lights, they really condense it. And those mag lights are powerful. You see them advertised on TV, but then you go to a laser, you go to 7-Eleven, you can buy one for $10, and that thing will shoot 200 yards across a soccer stadium, football stadium. They're kind of fun. You play with that, but then you go to the next, if you condense that light further, you fully focus that light, and it becomes an industrial laser, and it'll slice right through a steel beam. A lot of you are running around like you got flashlights, like you're in the 6th grade having a sleepover. And I want to call you out. Stop peeing all over every bush and tree. Like, oh, well, tell me about mortgage. Tell me about property management. I'm in real estate. Tell me about, let's develop, let's just build 3 custom homes. Are you crazy? The money you make from that is finite. Pat Hazy be showing property. I'm like, Pat, stop that. Help agents, love agents, because you change their kids' lives. You're changing the lives of children. Anyone can help anyone buy or sell a house. There's plenty of agents, and their lives will get changed. But you need to, Leo saying, you're all here because of one guy. Leo said yes. And now there's 74 of you on here, and this will be seen thousands of times because of one guy. So I need you to focus and to become like an industrial laser. The other thing I'll say this is, again, compounding the 8th wonder of the world. I've sold 7,000 homes in the last 2.5 decades. Brent, what does that pay you for the next 5 years? Nothing. I'll just answer it for you. Nothing. You're a commercial agent. You did $500 million in sales last year. Big deal. What does that pay you the next 4 or 5 years? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. List agents, not homes. Write it down. I'm talking about builders here. Write it down. It's like a bumper sticker. List agents, not homes. What did Coldwell Banker do? They listed agents. The agents listed the homes. What did Keller Williams do? They listed agents. The agents listed the homes. What did Berkshire Hathaway do? They listed agents. The agents listed the homes. What did Sotheby's family do? They're people. They listed agents. The agents listed the homes. What did Christie's Fine Real Estate and Auction House? Christie's, someone's last name. They listed agents, and the agents listed the homes. I need you to list agents, not homes. I would encourage some of you who are high producers, sell less on purpose. Write that down. Be purposeful about, the people will Remax Gold. I went from 60 sales a year myself down to 30. And in Sacramento, Remax Gold they said, look at his production last year. Look at his production this year. The guy's a loser. His production's cut in half. What they didn't show him was that 1 year later, I had 875 agents. So do you think the money of 875 agents coming not from the 875 agents, but coming from EXP, who's not keep it all real estate? See, Remax, I worked there 9 years. They kept it all. They never, ever shared with me revenues, not once. Keller Williams kept it all. They don't share revenues. They share profit. Right now, there's very little profit. So the revenue sharing models were stop working for keep it all real estate. I went to work for EXP, and guess what? I was smart. I could have 100% of my income, do my 60 deals a year, which means I went on 80 listing presentations. I was humping and pumping, grinding, rocking and rolling. I was going caveman. I'm doing that. And guess what? Every year I had to repeat that. Every year I always had that one client that was good for my faith. Like, Jesus, save me from this person. They're the devil. You have that one client, I mean, this one woman worked at Nordstrom's. I couldn't walk by Nordstrom's. I couldn't even go in the store for 2 years. She was that crazy. If you don't believe in God, stay in real estate long enough, you will. You'll meet some evil people, because when you go to list their home and they go freaking bananas on you, you're like, oh my God, I don't miss that. It's been 4 years. So the road to 1,000. How do you do it? Let's get focused. Number one, I need you to schedule a day to work on your business. Write that down. Work on your business, not just in it. Work on your business, not just in it. Work on your business. Why do you want to build a property management company? It's the number one most litigious part of real estate. You want to get sued? Get into property management. Number one audited thing by the DRE, property management. So, well, it makes sense. There's a few people doing well on it, but you got to decide what's it going to be. You could be the jack of all trades and master of none, or a master of one. This is the thing you want to master. You have the goose that laid the golden eggs, and you're off building duplexes. I'm going to build 6 of them. And what will that do for you in 10 years? Nothing. It'll do nothing. So I want you to take a scheduled day off. I want you to take a yellow notepad and a cup of coffee and go to the Four Seasons, go to the Ritz-Carlton, go to this beautiful hotel on the ocean or in the mountains, go somewhere where you feel successful, where you feel good. And I want you to spend the entire day and put your phone on airplane mode. I don't want you to talk to anyone. I want you to really think about your marriage. I want you to think about your health. I want you to think about your wealth. I want you to think about your spending habits. I want you to think about your real estate sales. I want you to think about lead generation. I want you to think about agent attraction. I want you to think about what you're doing, because you may be climbing this ladder and you're getting ready to hit a peak that you don't want to be on. You may be climbing up the wrong wall, right? And so schedule a day to work on your business, not just in it, and then come up with a plan. If you fail the plan, you plan to fail by definition. Number two, I want you to build a vision board. Build a vision board. Should be the size of this behind me. Take magazine articles, cut out words, debt-free, money in the bank, retire young. Take pictures of, I have a picture of a family, this guy with a really good looking physique. It hasn't quite worked yet, but he's got a good looking physique and she's gorgeous, and they got their kids and they're holding hands and they're running through the beach and they're splashing in the water. See, for me, and I'm not against Rolexes, I bought this watch here in Puerto Rico. I think it's like $450. And if you have a Rolex, good. I'm not against you, but I'm not into mansions. I'm not into Lamborghinis, whatever. And nothing against you if you are. But for me, on my vision board, it's my vision board. You put, if that excites you, you put it on yours. But I have pictures of golf, because some of you are into golf. You're into scuba. You're into yoga. You're into skydiving, I don't know. Put on there what turns you on. I'm going to climb the freaking Matterhorn. I'm going to climb Everest. Put Everest on your board. Whatever it is, kite surfing. I have pictures of a lot of family and a lot of travel and a lot of golf. Those are the things that excite me, Gove, and make a difference. So I have my vision board, things that were personal to me. Okay, so that's number 2, build your vision board. Number 3, create and use a daily wealth chart. If you do not know what a wealth chart is, go to brentgove.com, find it, watch the video, download it, create one. And it shows the people you're sponsoring. It shows how many you have on levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you could have, I think I had 10 people on my level 7 at 4,000 a person. That's 40,000 a year. By the way, I have 5,000 there now. I'll say that again. I have 5,100 people on my level 7. That's a good place to have, where the company, not them, company pays me 4,000 per agent, but you have to have 40. Imagine I was at 25. It's millions and millions and millions of dollars a year just from my level 7. It's pretty awesome. So if you only got 25 or 30, it motivates you to get over 40. So you want to put all the people on the levels. Then you track your FLQAs, frontline qualified agents. They have to sell 1 home every 6 months. Not that hard to do. And then, but it's visual. You got to keep it in front of you. What's not in front of you gets forgotten. Write that down. What's not in front of you gets forgotten. Okay. So create and use a daily worth chart. Number 3, develop a portable yellow notepad with your front line drawn out. I'll say it again. Number 3, develop, or that was number 4, develop a portable yellow notepad where your front line's drawn out. And I may have, I don't know if I have that here. I actually drew it out to show you one. But it looks like this. It's a yellow notepad, and I had 10 circles across there, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. 40 circles, sponsor 40, unlock all 7 levels. And then I started filling them in. I had 5 people, then I had 10, then I had 15, 20. And you'll see some whiteout. Leo Robles says he signed. Oh, he changed his mind. Compass gave him a check for $100,000. He just traded the cow for magic beans, and he took the Compass offer. We just had someone go to Coldwell Banker. They wrote him a check for $20,000, and they went to Coldwell Banker. It happens. They sold their Scolder to the company store for $20,000. But and so I wired out some people, and that document is at my office under glass with light shining on it. It's like it's the Smithsonian. It's like a big deal. I'm trying to see if I actually have it downloaded on my laptop here, because I'd love to show it to you. I'm going to download that for future use, but I don't see it on my laptop here. But anyways, it's pretty cool. In fact, it's just driving me crazy. I'm going to take 1 second. I just thought of where I have a picture of that. So I'm going to go here.
Go for it, Brent. We got you, bro. We got you. Go for it, man. Go for it. Thank you so much.
All right. No problem.
You got
brother.
this.
Let's see.
Go.
Let's see. By the way, this was the first EXP meeting I ever hosted before I had 30,000. That was every title rep, every mortgage broker, every photographer, every home inspector, my team, my staff. I put everybody in a room and I shared EXP with them. And they're all talking. They were talking to the woman in the back left there. You can see they're all staring at Darcy, but I just turned around and snapped this pic. I knew it was going to be freaking big. I just knew it. And by the way, if you're worried about EXP being big, there are, I can't share my screen, Leo. You might want to make it so I can share my screen. But, there are 208 industrialized nations. Estimates put the screen.
Go for it.
Thank you. Put the value, the number of agents worldwide at 25 million. So we're going to have 1 million agents. We're going to have 1 million agents. Here's why I have 30,000. Every open house, every stoplight, every cup of coffee, everything I ever did, every breakfast, every trip to the mountains, the beach, every red light, every stoplight. There's number 1, Jeff Willems. There's number 2. I can't even read it. Number 3. Number 4, I just start, and this is the actual picture. I have it clipped because it got so tattered toward. There's the whiteout. This is under glass at my office. This led to 30,000. This will lead to 300,000. This little sheet of paper. That's how I roll. And I keep it simple. I didn't forget people. You guys forget to call Felix Hung. You forget to call Chris Brown. You forget to call Angel and Joshua and Frank Medina. You forget to call Stephanie Horta. You forget to call Sonia Beatty. I hope I said that right, or Betty, I'm sorry. Alma Mejia. I'm messing up names now, probably Lillian Matos, but here's the deal. I didn't forget. I'm like, oh, I got to call Leo. He's on my list. I got to call Gabe Mendez, because I did something so simple that any of you could do. come to my office in Sacramento, California. It's under glass, man. And I use that. And guess what? Everybody came to the events because I always remembered, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. Well, whose fault is that? Let me tell you right now, it's yours. Take 100%. No, I'm not their sponsor. Their sponsor is Monica Valentine, and they were under Cherish Alexis. And Monica and Cherish should have told them, you know what? If Abraham Williams is under Cherish Alexis and Monica Valentine, it's your responsibility. If he's a leader, if Abraham, if they're all amazing, but Abraham's really powerful, I attach myself to the hip to Abraham Williams. I don't let go. Now I can't do the Brent, you haven't done that to me. I can't. It's so big now. I can no longer do that. But when I was smaller, like you guys, I could attach myself at the hip. I made sure they had a hotel room. I said, text me a copy of your airline tickets when you got them booked. Oh yeah, I got them. I got them. Oh, text it over. I want to see when your flights are. I want to make sure they have not given me lip service. Do you have your hotel room? Oh, yeah, geez. I had a list. Hotel, airfare, event ticket. Hotel, airfare, event ticket. Do you have your hotel? Do you have your ticket? Oh, I didn't know I needed one of those. See, Gove is going to hustle. He's going to make it happen. So I wanted to show you that. So use that. That portable yellow notepad was worth its weight in gold. Number 5, repurpose your staff if you have some. My daughter was marketing my listings. How many of you have a nephew, a niece, a son, a daughter, maybe your mom or dad? I don't know, best friend from college. She was spending, I had 18 listings and sometimes I had 28 and she would market them, put them all over the place. And we were showing our clients. I said, when I signed up, my website popped up, my picture was on there, my phone number, my email, my business cards, 1,000 arrived. My signs got redone for my listings. My email got forwarded to my Gmail, my EXP email. So I had one source for email. It was just all so smooth. I said to her, God, I go, man, it's EXP is so organized, man. I'm so impressed. She goes, Dad. I go, what? She goes, I did that. I go, what do you mean? She goes, I did all that for you. You guys, if I had to do that, high-eye driver, none of it would have gotten done. And I would have gotten out of EXP saying they're just messed up. This, that, this. And then I had the thought, what if she does that every time I sign somebody up? And like, well, Brent, we don't have staff. Do you have a significant other? Teach them how to order business cards, how to build an avatar, how to take someone on a tour of the world, how to set up a website. Some people are like really they're quick. I am not that. A yellow notepad is sexy to me. You want sexy? Cup of coffee and a yellow notepad. Gove gets excited. You guys got to figure out what excites you. Do what you're good at. Like, oh, I'm not good at technology. I suck at technology. I've owned 15 laptops. I've only used them for, I don't even know what I've used them for. I haven't checked email in 4 years. I use them for Zooms. That is it. Zooms. I don't know what to do with the laptop. I'm horrible. I have people who are really smart that work for me, that totally know how to use a laptop, that understand what an Excel spreadsheet is. So enough said there, but repurpose your staff if you have some, and then help them, because you work 3 months, 3 weeks, 6 months, a year to get someone in, and then they choke on the 1 yard line because they didn't build their avatar. They didn't know there was a marketing department, a technology, brokerage services. Whose fault? Well, EXP, their person bumbled it. Don't be a victim. Well, I can't afford that. You can't afford not to. You listen to me, your niece, your nephew, your grandson, your kids, tell your kids, you have 17-year-olds, do you like eating? Yeah, I like eating. Good. You're going to onboard people from me and then you can continue to sleep under this roof. Like, come on, you guys. Oh, that's mean. People 100 years ago, 200-300 years ago, we lived on ranches and homesteads and everyone busted. They got up in the dark and they went to bed in the dark and they worked hard and they did stuff. Our kids are like, oh, I got an iPad and I'm too busy playing video games. So anyways, enough said. Number 6, I have a question for you. Are you a salesperson or are you building an empire? What is it? If you're trying to sell 500 homes a year, you're a salesperson. If you're trying to sell 1,500 homes a year, you're a salesperson. I'm going to do 3,000. You're a salesperson. It's all sounds great. But I do billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of billions because of the model. It's not because of me. It's the model. The model attracts builders. And so get out there and share the model. Stay focused. Just say no. Remember my word about 4 years ago? Say no. You write this down. Sometimes you have to say no to good things. It's not bad to own a property management company or to build storage units and to own storage units. I just invested myself $250,000 in fractionalized real estate company that does fractionalized real estate. I put another $250,000 into storage units. That was it. I go, yep, send the money. I'm off to something else. My focus is here. I promise you, there's some people that live here in Palmas in Puerto Rico. It's like 50 EXP families that live here because the taxes are so outrageous. There's no Keller Williams agents here, just so you know, not one. There's nobody here from Remax, nobody here from Compass, because they're not making the big money. They make 500 to $1 million a year, maybe $1.5 million, maybe $2 million, but with some creative tax strategies they can write off. But the rest of us who are paying millions in taxes, we live here. But some of them are developing here in Puerto Rico. They're sharp, they're entrepreneurial. I look at them and go, you're crazy. While you're doing that, I only spend 10, 20 hours a week. I'm taking that 10 or 20 and I'm put into these beautiful souls. I'm not off doing a development right now. I could be here because I am focused and I love what I'm doing. So the power of focus is huge. So are you a salesperson or are you building an empire? By the way, if you're building an empire, you might need to capitalize your business. You need to go get a small business loan of $100,000, $50,000. Well, my credit's not good. Neither was mine. I got a hard money loan, 10%. And I had to be paid back in 3 months, and it was $100,000. And I paid it back in 3 months, and I borrowed it, and I paid $10,000 for $100,000 for 3 months. You know what that is annualized? It probably could put those people in jail. I didn't care. I was happy to do it, and I capitalized my business. You could be a victim, or you could be, well, I don't have any money. Well, get some money. I don't know any agents. Go meet some agents. I'm struggling. Good. That's how you grow. You want to grow, struggle. You want to do nothing, sit on the couch. When you sit on the couch, relax, I'm kind of comfy here. Put a little blanket, have some hot tea. Nothing's going to change. I'm struggling. Good. You're supposed to struggle. God is using the struggle to make you a beautiful person. We don't want to meet them. I've never done anything. I make 100 million a year. We don't want to meet that person. America, by the way, and we're a worldwide company, but there's one, it's not the Italian dream. It's not the Israeli dream. It's the American dream. There's one country in the world with the word dream after it. It's not the China dream. It's the American dream, because people could come here from all over the world and do something great. So what are you doing with this opportunity? Are you focused? Or are you fractionalized? Are you scattered? Are you the jack of all trades and master of none? And so I need you to capitalize your business. Some of you have no capital. You're like, it's not working for me. You have no capital. Go get some capital, sell something, sell your boat, sell your spa, sell your motorcycles, sell your snowmobiles, get rid of a timeshare, get rid of all the sucks. I'm gonna throw something in here. Your life is like a movie. You're the director and the producer. How many of you have some bad actors in your movie that should get room? And you want to get some good actors in. That's being intentional about the rooms. And by the way, you're in the right Zoom room today. You're getting yourself in the right rooms, but you need to be in some physical rooms too. I'm going to be in La Jolla with 20 people in January. If you want to be a part of that, text me, and I'm going to have just 20 people. We're going to be with a guy named Dennis Waitley, and we're going to be at his home in La Jolla overlooking the cliffs. It was the third home ever built in La Jolla. It's all remodeled and beautiful. And it's going to be very, very special for 2 days, for Saturday and Sunday. And it's in January. If you're interested, just reach out to me. Find me. Just find me. I don't have your number. Find me. Workplace, chat me, get a hold of Leo. But you get a hold of me. You could be, as soon as those 20 spots are gone, they're gone. But it's going to be 2 days. It's going to be amazing. That's just a side note. But I'm going to keep going. Number 7, step up. It is time to step up. Victim or victor? Don't play the victim. Gavin Newsom, not your problem. The mayor of San Diego or LA, it's not going to hold you back. Maybe it will. Is Trump got you down? Biden got you down? Or is it Obama? Is it Bush? Look, you can blame politics, and I get it. Vote. Let's get the best people in that are pro-business, pro-family, pro-freedoms. Awesome. Do those things, whatever your beliefs are. But listen to me. The second you're blaming anybody, your husband, your wife, for your failure, the buck stops here, baby. Teddy Roosevelt. The buck stops here. Stop making excuses for why you ain't getting it done. Remember Michael Phelps? The difference between people who are great at what they do and the rest is simply they make themselves. Michael Phelps used to get up at 3, 4 in the morning and swim while others slept. And he's the most decorated, isn't he? Like more gold medals than anyone in the world. I listen to what the man has to say. So step up. Number 8, you need to create and maintain momentum. Create and maintain momentum. How do you do that? You do a training every month. My trainings, you saw that room. They started with 10, 20 people. Then they went to 30 and 40. Now, every time we do training, we got 500 people there every single time. Now, Sacramento isn't as big. I'm already making excuses. Leo does 1,000. He gets a Brent gets a 500. Leo gets 1,000. His name, Leo, means lion. It's the name of a lion. Brent in Gaelic means uphill struggle. Thank you, mom and dad. Anyway, so you know what? Maybe we don't have the name of a lion in your name. It's like, Brent, the coolest thing you could think of is don't rent, buy from Brent. I mean, come on, that's so bad. I've never used that in 26 years, by the way. But, it is what it is. But here's the deal. Number 9. Oh, by the way you create and maintain momentum is through focus. Already covered focus. Quit being so doggone scattered. So, I'm doing Little League. I'm doing this. Maybe this season you shouldn't do Little League. Maybe your family needs you to not do Little League this one time. Maybe you should not do softball this one time. And so, I don't know. Pray about it. Ask God. Maybe you should do softball. Maybe you should do Little League. It's between you and the big man. Pray about it and ask him. Number 9, get 25 FLQA ASAP. I got it over with. I did it in 5 months. I showed the model every day. Every single day I showed the model explained. If you haven't seen it, it's www.themodelexplained.com. And Rob Flick would talk for an hour, not 33 minutes. Mine's cut in half. It was an hour, and he'd wear him out, wear him in, wear him out, wear him in. Then I'd talk to him, and I'd show it to 30 people a month, and 5 would sign up. 25 would say no. And you say, why didn't they say? I didn't care. I was doing 5 a month. In 5 months, I did 25, and it turned into millions of dollars. And I found people who wanted to do real estate, who were selling real estate. I didn't talk to new agents. New agents have questions. I talked to veteran agents who are selling 10, 20 homes a year, 30, 40, 50 homes a year, some 60 and 70 homes a year. And they told their friends who sold 20, 30, 40 homes a year. They told their friends, some of which sold 10, some of them sold 700. And it grows. Tell new agents, they tell their new agent friends, and you're going to have a big time suck. Yeah, it's a big time suck. And so if you're new here, I'm not against you. I just personally didn't do that. I found 25 agents who know what an MLS was. They know what a lockbox was. They know how to use MetroList. They know how to comp out a house. They know how to deactivate alarm, show the property, reset the alarm. They know what disclosures were. They know what a Calvet, conventional, FHA, jumbo loan. They know what interest rates and closing costs. They knew it all. I didn't have to do it. So it didn't suck up my time. I would say no to drugs. What does that mean? Say no to new agents. Now, I just sponsored a new agent in El Paso. She's a headhunter. She just got her license 2 weeks ago. She says, what do I do? I go, don't learn real estate. Dear God, do not learn real estate. Let's list agents, not homes. Let's go list. My friend Vincent listed 27 agents, doesn't know how to sell any homes. He has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents today. He's retired and living in Utah for 3 years. Doesn't know a thing about real estate. Couldn't turn on the MLS, never used the lockbox, can't teach anybody anything. But he went and found agents who sold real estate, and all the Sotheby's agents in South Africa, hundreds of them, are now at EXP in his group. And they do billions of dollars in sales in South Africa. There's no thing about it. See, some of the problem with some of you is you know how to do it. They won't do it like me. You're getting 1%, 100% of your own effort. You need to get 1% of 100 man's efforts, paid not by the 100 men, but by the company. See, Sotheby's doesn't share revenues. Compass doesn't share revenues. Keller Williams doesn't share revenues. Remax doesn't share revenues. Work for a revenue sharing company that you own a piece of. The more that you get the stock awards. Well, I have to sell to get them. No, you sponsor agents, you get them. What's the limit? Unlimited. But you're not focused. And you listen to things like Walking Dead and Breaking Bad. And you think, well, you say we can't do those things? Yes, I'm saying you can't do those things right now. You don't get to do that right now because you want to put your kids in private schools, not schools where they teach them things that maybe idealistically you don't appreciate or agree with. Whether you I'm not going to do it. But anyways, the point is, I almost stepped in it. I would have got canceled or something. But the point is this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. So the point is this. I forgot the point. I'm so freaked out about what I almost said. But anyways, I need you to
Brent,
Is he frozen?
Brent, you're frozen. Brent, he's doing it and he's saying it,
Switch.
and he's probably saying something. Hey, Brent, you paused out for like 10 seconds after you said do it.
Damn, Zoom just canceled him.
Woo! Hey, he spoke it. He spoke it and it happened. Brent, your internet, my friend, the Puerto Rican internet is shifting. Brent. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna shut this down. He'll be back. He'll be back. It kind of happens from time to time. Puerto Rico Wi-Fi. But guys, I hope you guys are getting a lot of value. There we go. Mr. Brent.
I'm back.
There you go.
I'm back. I signed it at
All
my
right.
neighbor's time, and it grabs me and sucks me onto their internet every once in a while. I don't know why it does that. I got to figure it out. Again, I'm not techie, so that's weird. So I will not be a freaking victim, and I will hire somebody and make them figure it out. All right, next. So get to 25 FLQA. You guys write this down. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. If you're doing 1,700 sales a year, there's no beginning, middle, and end. Okay, you sell it for $2 million and you pay $1 million worth of taxes. Now you have $1 million. Costs you $500,000 a year to live. You have enough living expenses for 2 years. Big deal. Big deal. And so I need to know what's the beginning. Go sponsor 25 people in the next 5 months. Create momentum. It's like a can of Coke. Shake it, pop the top, boom, chemical reaction. We all know if you shake a can of Coke and someone goes to open it, everybody scatters. Why do they run? They don't want to get Coca-Cola all over their clothes and on their face. You need to do that to your business. You need to grow your business. It's time to quit playing tiddlywinks. I love you guys. Listen to me. I need you to focus. Quit doing flips. Like that's the dumbest thing you could do. Now, if it's your income and you need it to survive, fine, do some flips. And if you need to sell, if you have to sell 40 homes a year to pay your bills, sell 40 homes a year. But I have friends who need to sell 30 to pay their bills, 30 homes. And you know what? They're selling 70. And I'm begging them, sell less on purpose. Drop down to 50. Let Remax Gold make fun of you. It's okay. It didn't stop me. They made fun of you. Did it stop some people from joining me? Yes, it did. But I moved on. The dogs bark, but the caravan moves on. I was focused. I know where my future is. And I'll show you this. By the way, we are at 85,000 agents. There are 2 million in North America. 2 million in North America means that we have this thing called the tipping point. We have right now about 4.3% market share, something like that. And that means 95.7, I don't have the exact points there, but are not with us. Another way of saying that is 9 out of every 10. So when you hit 2.5% is the innovators, we just broke it into this early point. We're right here. We're coming up on the tipping point at 10%. And when we get to 200,000 people, we're going to have it. You think, well, but no one really gets past that. That's because Keller Williams and Remax never made them owners. I was number one at Remax and I traded places, number one with Tom Daves. He was the number one 7 times worldwide from everyone. He's in my office. You know what I got? No stock awards. So because we have stock awards and revenue sharing, we're going to go from 200,000 to 1 million agents. You're going to be a part of what's called the bell curve, a part of that. Right now, we just got out of the innovator stage and we're in the early adopter stage. And everyone's like, oh yeah, they're for real. So just one little thing, you were not too late. Your timing could not be better. But are you going to listen to other people? Oh, you're too late. Leo's got them all, blah, blah, blah. You guys, we have 9 out of every 10 are not with us. Don't let them brainwash you. Wash your own brain. Think about it with logics. Worldwide, we have less than 1% market penetration. They used to say, hey, someday we'll be in Israel. Someday we'll be in Portugal. Someday we'll be in South Africa and Mumbai and India and Italy and France and blah, blah. We're in all those places now. I watched them in the past 3 years open 19 markets through COVID. We're going to open 80 more. You get to someday Brent said we'd be in 100 and we'll be in 100. Now the question is, will you have hundreds or thousands of agents in Indonesia? We have hundreds or thousands in South Korea and Manila and the Philippines, and we're entering China through Hong Kong right now. We're going to get into China. Right? We just opened Dubai, or we're about to open Dubai. And what's that got to do? It's everything to do with you if you could get it. You sponsor, a lot of you are in Southern California. It's a cultural melting pot. OMG. It's going to explode around the globe. The world's such a big, it's so much bigger than LA. LA's teeny weeny. LA's like a spot. It's nothing. New York, teeny weeny. You guys, we think so small. My whole life for 2.5 decades was Sacramento real estate. Hey, send me a referral. You guys down there in LA, if anyone's moving up, if we have someone who's going to move down there, we'll send you a referral. Wow, big, powerful business strategy. And you know what it got me? I typically made 500 to $1 million a year. And I had that's a great lifestyle. I was a professional salesperson. I didn't own anything. I left Remax with 13 years. I left with nothing because I owned nothing. I left Keller Williams after 9 years because I left with nothing because I owned nothing. Guess what? I own the building this time. You guys own the building this year. But you got to, the more you build, the more you get. The more agents you tell, the more stock you get. And the stock's a nice plus. It's the revenue share portion that can be huge. So as we're wrapping up today's talk, Leo said I had about 45 minutes. Am I done, Leo? Do I got 5 more minutes, or do I need to cut it?
You keep going, man. Keep going.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. I had it until 1 o'clock. So the stage is yours, my friend.
Okay, baby.
Keep it going.
So remember I said there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's an actual finish line. Get to over 25. I thought it was 40. 25 is crazy money with revenue share. I have friends who have over 25. They make $250,000 a month, not a year, a month. I want you to think about $250,000 a month coming in every single month. I have friends who make $350,000 a month, not a year, a month. They're not at 40. They're over 25, and they make $250,000 a month, $350,000 a month. That's like crazy income. Like, how many buildings you got to flip? How much risk you got to take? Talk about mitigating liability. You're not the broker of record. That's a good thing. Our broker of record can get stressed. She's in charge of 10,000. Be glad you're not. And we have all these other supporting brokers to support Debbie Penny. But there's a beginning, a middle, and end. There's a finish line. It's called 25 FLQA. Now don't do 5 this year, 5 next year, 5 the third year, 5 the fourth. You won't create momentum. I need you to shake the can of Coke, baby. Everyone right now, shake it, shake it, shake it. Come on, shake that Coke, shake those Coke cans. So here's the deal. You need to do that. And to do that, it's 25 in 5 months. It is a momentum issue. And then you'll find 5 out of the 25 will go bananas. 1 will tell somebody who goes bananas. The other 4 will go bananas themselves. So you have about 4 out of those 25 that will just go bananas. The 5th one will tell someone who goes bananas, or tell someone who tells someone at level 3 that goes bananas. Jay Kinder's on my level 3. Am I glad he's there? Yes. Would I like him on my level 1? Sure. But he went bananas. I'm just glad he's there. But you want to have a Jay Kinder. You want to have a Leo Robles. You want to have a Rosie Rodriguez. You want to have a David Golden. You want to have a Jesse Zagorski. Sponsor 25 in the next 5 months, and 5 will go. What about the other 20? When they're ready. When they're ready. Send 25 people into Weight Watchers, and 5 will do it. It's the 80-20 rule. What didn't the other 20 do to Weight Watchers? They weren't ready. People want to quit drinking. 5 quit, 20 don't. Why not? They weren't ready. They made excuses. They didn't force themselves to do things. So get to 25 and then on to 40 when you're ready. Number 13, we're almost done. Have a sense of urgency. What does that mean? You show the model, then you get them on with your sponsor, like today, like this afternoon. Oh my gosh, you got to meet Felix Hung. I love Felix Hung. He's helped. Hey, Felix, what's up, man? He's helped me so much. He's helped me so much. You got to meet Cherish. I love Cherish. She's a powerful businesswoman. You got to meet Monica, and Monica's Valentine. She's helped me so much, and she's going to help you. Don't forget to say that. That's great that she's helped. No, Abraham, she is going to help you. You have to meet her. Do you have 5 minutes later today? That's how I do it. Everyone always gives me 5 minutes. If I'm showing, I just don't. I go, okay, good. Tomorrow morning, what do you got? Yeah, tomorrow morning's better. But see the sense of urgency? It's a freaking, like when I present the offer, Felix, here's my offer. It's full price, closes in 10 days. You get paid, I get paid. It's as is, but we can't wait till Tuesday. I know it says in the MLS that wait till Tuesday. We're going to write an offer in about 3 hours on a different home. You guys can wait till Tuesday. No problemo. I get it. No problem. We're in a desperate situation. We just can't wait. We want this house. We're going to let your seller stay for 6 months rent free, but we need to close in 10 days. So would you text your sellers and let them know about this? Because I think they'd be disappointed not to know. And we got to know. Otherwise, we're going to move on plan B. I reverse the FOMO. You're going to miss out on us. And of course, this market, it's easier to do that. But I would do that in a seller's market all day long. My offers always got presented in 10 minutes. You guys wait 3 days. Why? Because you don't get in the right rooms. You don't get around people who teach you how to get your offer presented to us. Did it happen every time? No, it doesn't happen every time, but almost every time. And then I get a call back from Felix 30 minutes later. Oh my gosh, you're accepting your offer. Oh, good. I'll send it over. I haven't even sent the offer over and they've accepted my offer. Go on. You got to get this. You got to go caveman, cavewoman. You got to dig it deep. Quit like, well, everything in moderation. Screw moderation. That's what got you in this mess. Yeah, I need you to like, listen, remember that part about your life is a movie and you're the director, you're the producer. Do you have some bad actors? Get them out. Get good actors, get them in. How about sight? Do you hate where you live? No, do you really love it? Oh, I really love it. Maybe you need a site location. What do you mean by that? I mean, I moved from Chico down to Sacramento. It was 100 miles away. My income quadrupled and then it quadrupled again. Because I had a site location for my movie, a location change. Maybe you need to move to Las Vegas. Maybe you need to move to Phoenix. Maybe you need to go back to Miami. You're in LA, you need to go back. You may need a site location change or change script. My script sucks so bad. Rewrite the script for your life. You are not a victim. You are not a tree. You are not stuck living in Encino or Newport Beach or Orange County. You can move. Maybe you need to go back to San Diego. I moved 100 miles and it radically altered my life. Chico was just, there were no big thinkers in Chico. That was my feeling. They just weren't. And I had to get out of Chico. It's a fun college town. In the 80s, it was voted the #1 party school in America. That's why I went there. A lot of you go for the engineering. You go for the nursing. I went for the fun times. That's why I went. I'm straight up. You know what I mean? So we're going to wrap up with this. Number 10. You need to plug into existing real estate events. Leo's been a great leader. He's been doing them. Bring guests. Write this down. How do you know if you're a leader? You're showing up with guests. If you're not showing up with guests, you're not a leader. Now you could change that. I'm going to bless you like the Pope. I'm going to knight you like the King of England. You want to be a leader? Bring guests, but it's your decision, not mine. Get excited. Zig Ziglar says the key to success is the word enthusiasm. And the last 4 letters of that word is I am sold myself. Enthusiasm. Are you sold? Do you believe it? You could feel my passion. Passion is infectious. You can feel it coming right through this Zoom, man. I'm raising you. I know I'm raising your energy level. I know you can feel it. And guess what? I'm not afraid to talk to my sellers this way. Well, you're kind of radical. Whatever. Some of them don't react. I don't get them all. I don't care because I'm doing everything with love. I'm doing everything with principle before profit. I'll say it again, write that down. Principle before profit. I'm doing it in love, in kindness, smile. You've been watching me. I've been smiling a lot today. Actually, I'm cognizant of my face. Tell me no. Go ahead. Just tell me no. It's hard to tell somebody no. You can't do it. It's hard as like, I don't know why she's so excited, but we're going to list with Monica. I just love her. I'm going with Sonia. Sonia, she's amazing. We're going to go with Jennifer down there. I see Jennifer. What's up, Crystal Williams? And smiles will make up for miles of mistakes. I'll say it again. I said it last week. I just kind of made it up and I was like, ooh, that's kind of all rhymed. It's like, I feel like Ed Sheeran or whatever his name is. Is that his name? The famous singer? Is that his name? Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, that's me, Ed Sheeran. Smiles will make up for miles of mistakes. A lot of you are like, I think we're going to go with Coldwell Banker. Why? You're so stressed out. Did you show property in your mind? Do the whole thing, open the doors, get them excited, write the contract, call the listing agent. Did you do it all in your mind before you did it in real life? Did you do the listing appointment in your mind? Did you role play in your mind or with somebody else? Because pros do. They shoot and they shoot. Steph Curry just went to Las Vegas. My driver told me he showed up with 4 basketballs and a shooting coach. Steph Curry, the arguably best 3-point shooter of all time, had a shooting coach with him because guess what? It's summer and everyone's going to the Europe and different leagues and he's practicing in the parking lot, no fanfare, and again and again and again. Now, Steph Curry can have a shooting coach. Who's your attraction coach? Who's your attraction coach? Well, I don't have one. Heal thyself. How's that going? So make some changes. Join me, 20 of you, in La Jolla. Reach out to Leo. 20 spots available. Dr. Dennis Waitley. He is best friends with Zig Ziglar, Jim Rome, John Maxwell. Best friends. Tony Robbins. Best friends. This guy's a famous dude. He trained Olympic athletes. Have you gotten a call? I didn't get the call. Hey, Brent, would you train our Olympic athletes? Would you do that? Oh, and while you're at it, would you train our astronauts to have the right mindset and how to be in space and come back and to deal with those things? Would you train our astronauts in Olympic? Because that's what Dennis Waitley did. And we're going to spend time with him Saturday and Sunday in La Jolla at his beautiful home overlooking the ocean. And we're going to spend 2 days of the most magical days with the man who trained astronauts and trained Olympic athletes and titans of things. You will learn so much, but that's part of the thing. So I'm going to end with this. I have 1 minute. Ready? We're going to nail it. How do you know you're a leader? You show up with guests. Now here, I need you to think bigger. The next time Leo does a meeting in LA, show up with 20 or 30 guests. Make a list of people, start calling, inviting people. It's broker agnostic. We don't talk a lot about EXP. We talk about lead generation and building a team and social media and how to get sellers to call you. There's business planning clinics happening all over the place. There isn't one. Set one up. You set one up. You don't have to need 1,000 people there. Get 50 people there and have 30 of them be your guests. And guess what? I brought 33 guests to the business planning clinic and 18 switched companies. That's like 18 on your front line. Guess what? It's recruiting season. November, December, every year people switch companies. But this year, interest rates have gone up. Agents are suffering. When they're in pain, they switch in droves. It's 10x. It's going to be 10 times the normal opportunity. November, December, guess what? It's going to continue on. It's just going to pick up pace. It's actually going to be extended all year because people are going to go, you know what? When did I leave RE/MAX? 13 years. After 13 years, year 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I was making millions of dollars in commissions. It was year 13 when I dropped down to like 350,000 a year. You think, well, that's decent. No, I had overhead. I actually saw a bankruptcy judge that year. It was really fun. It's 2009. I switched in my pain. Pain is on the menu. People are going to switch. Are you ready? Anyways, it's 4:00. I got to go. Hopefully this was helpful. This is the kind of stuff you
Brent,
do. Love you. Yes, Leo.
You're awesome. We love you, man. Thank you so much. I just want to say, I appreciate you. Love you. Let's give him a big round of applause. Please blow up the chat. Show him some love, guys. Thank you so much for Brent for spending the time. And you made a massive difference for me. I'm truly inspired. I took like 3 pages of notes. And what Brent said about the events, guys, make sure you show up to the events. We got an event November 2nd, Flow Workshop. We got November 3rd, the Winner's Circle in Monrovia. And November 4th, we have another one in Buena Park. We got 3 events back to back coming up. You guys should all have 25 people minimum bringing to these events. So thank you, Brent. Appreciate you, man. God bless you and your family and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Leo. Bye, everyone. Love you guys. Go make it happen. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Peace.